Hey, good evening. You're watching Circle Jerks, so you must be a jerk. Come and join us.
Awesome. I am going to put on our disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed within the content are solely the commentators and do not reflect the opinions and beliefs of the website or its affiliates. So there.
Just a warning, this is not a raffle.
Really?
Oh my god, where do we even start?
Right,
There's
so
so much content we have.
It's been a week.
To review.
Right.
Tiffany Marie's been making her rounds. Should we start
When
there?
isn't she? Yeah, that's
Tiffany
a good place
Marie.
to start.
We have a
Tiffany Marie has
twofer.
become like the Donald Trump of the true crime community. There isn't a story that happens that doesn't in some way link back to Tiffany.
Right. No, we have a twofer this week. We have Tiffany going for Bombshell and for SixUp Media. Which one should we start with?
Let's start with the one that went first.
Do them in the order that they happen.
In the order. Okay, so we shall start with... This was epic.
Is that how we refer to Summer? Because if I'm not mistaken, SixUp is addicted to Ziggy. Ziggy is SixUp's addiction. Now, if people don't know the history between SixUp and I, SixUp used to be one of Ziggy's biggest attack dogs, all right? She used to sit in Ziggy's chats and she would bite my head off over anything I said. The slightest little comment, SixUp was all over me, on my ass, like flies on shit. SixUp hated me, okay? Apparently, nothing changed. She just pretended that she liked me and that she liked AB, right? Yes, she said that Summer Wells is an addiction to these creators. Hey, Ray, I meant to give you a wrench a long time ago. Hold on a sec, let me do it right now. I think that the timing is appropriate. Do you? So
isn't that timing funny?
That timing is appropriate, right? Because Ray was one of SixUp moderators, wasn't she?
She was.
So how does everybody else feel about Summer Wells being called an addiction? Since addictions are associated
in a way
with bad things, right?
Yep.
I just think that addiction has been thrown around too much. There are other words. I do believe it's become an obsession for quite a few people, and obviously there's great interest in the actual story. But addiction just seems too much of a. It's just a buzzword.
Negative.
Isn't it? I mean, SixUp and buzzwords. What can you say? You know, the forever coupling. She can't help herself. You know, she just any sort of psychological term, she's there for it.
Yeah, and she doesn't even have to know what they mean, right?
Particularly, she does not know what they mean. I mean, she actually accused all the people who watch Ziggy of having Munchausen syndrome by proxy. And you just think, you have no idea what you are talking about. Because it just does not fit in any conceivable way.
Right, because that makes you think of like Gypsy Rose Blanchard, like her mom purposely making her sick. Is she saying that we purposely make creators sick? Was that the... See,
and that's like, I want...
Continue.
There's others like shows too, you know, like kidnappers like end up, I don't know, in love with their kidnappees, I guess, end up in love with their kidnappers and shit. This is not the same thing. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome, yeah.
Okay.
But for Munchausen syndrome by proxy to actually work, we'd have to be controlling Ziggy. We'd actually be wanting to do harm to Ziggy to fulfill our personal need for attention from other people. And I just don't see how that works at all. Because I'm sure that Munchausen syndrome by proxy is actually about physical harm. So, you know, how the hell are all these people going around to Ziggy's?
Yeah, and everybody knows nobody controls Ziggy but Ziggy. Shall we continue?
Really quick, I just clicked on SixUp Live, right?
Yes.
And then I'm listening, and the first thing I hear out of her mouth is that Summer Wells is an addiction to these creators. That's what she said. So I'm like, what? What did she just say? No, Summer is a 6-year-old missing little girl from Hawkins County, Tennessee. She's been missing for almost 14 months now. So if Summer Wells was found, then we wouldn't really need to talk about it like we do. But since she hasn't been found yet, we stay steady talking about Summer because we're not going to give up on her. I made a promise to never give up on her, and many others did too. Now, Ziggy is not my most favorite person. None of you know that. She irritates the fuck out of me. Me and Ziggy have not had the greatest history, all right? I have not talked to Ziggy in quite some time, probably several months. And the last time I talked to her, I was kind of trolling her or whatever. And then we had that little to do when I went live and we did the Get in Ziggy with it.
This starts out a little bit
all in
boring.
good fun. But I did instead what I needed to do and say, and then I was done. Because usually when I have a beef, I just end it, right? I say what I have to say and I move on. But SixUp now, if you're not familiar with SixUp, she actually has created her channel off the back of Ziggy.
Off the back is
and I've shown up for SixUp lives before.
They all.
Not regular, but I definitely did show up for a couple times. It took me longer than others to warm up to her though, because I was very put off by the way that she had talked about me and the things that she had said about me, and I was very standoffish with her.
Skip ahead to the good parts.
Hold on, I was very standoffish with her, and some of my friends were like, you know, I like her, blah blah blah, and they would go in and they would show up and they would chat and everything, which is cool. I was like, listen, you guys do what you want. I just don't know if I'm into it. I don't like the way that she's been with me in the past. It took me a little while. And I eventually did support her. AB supported her. He was pretty good to her. He shared her streams out before I did. I didn't give her the support.
SixUp's channel, she would not have any subscribers. She'd have maybe a handful if it wouldn't have been for Tiffany and AB. It's all their people.
Oh, it's always been.
So she has a point there. I want to skip ahead to the good parts.
It's cool.
To the meat and potatoes.
But after a couple days or so, have my own attention. I certainly wouldn't go to SixUps with 208 people watching for attention.
Should we just go to the end?
Works for me.
Chances are you will not get one. I'm just saying.
I think everybody has heard this ad nauseum. It's the end part that's hilarious.
Because if I didn't know any better, I would think you liked pussy. You have a boyfriend. But I'm willing to bet. Maybe you go both ways, or maybe you just want in Ziggy's pants. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm willing to bet you'd probably lick it. I gotta go. I gotta go cook dinner. This live is coming down. Flip it out. Don't care, but I'm here. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's freaking hilarious.
There's a little part of me that wonders whether she'd have been as offended about the summer addiction comment if SixUp had actually allowed her just to say it and get it out the way. I wonder whether being blocked and being timed out just was what tipped Tiffany over the edge. But I'm here for it. I don't mind what it was.
Yeah, so
it was funny because you remember that she was talking to her son on that one live stream and she was saying, have you ever had to ask for sex? You just think, oh, is this revealing more than you really want to tell the world?
Can you imagine talking to your child like that in private, more or less, on YouTube?
Never, ever.
I would actually burst into flames.
Yeah, well, they didn't have
embarrassing.
A normal.
My kids tell me all kinds of shit I don't want to hear, but
well, mine do too. But I'm not going to ask.
I don't ask.
Oh yeah, I've always been open to them bringing conversation to me, but no, I would never ask that sort of question
in front of strangers, though. Too, like that's. I don't think they ever had a normal mother-child relationship, so maybe it's different if you're.
No, she's a perfect mother because she sure judges Ziggy left and right.
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
Maybe the audience that she was aiming
for
Opal. Was actually, the boyfriend.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
Hey, Opal.
I'm good. Just got home from work.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, nice to see everybody.
You sound good.
Oh, thank you. I sound better.
How you feeling?
Oh, I feel great today.
So we were going over Tiffany Marie is the YouTube star this week. coming for everybody, coming for SixUp, coming for Bombshell.
Oh, I just love Tiffany Marie. I just love her.
Bless her
Well,
heart.
somebody has to.
Bless it.
Okay, to recap, we just showed the Tiffany Marie ripping SixUp and saying how she's in love with her. And
The infamous Lick It video.
yeah, the Lick It video. So then we have SixUp's response.
Which is to call everybody a bigot.
Yes. Buzzwords. So this was
that's when Tiffany Marie did it. When she started her transphobic rants, SixUp glossed right over that stuff.
Oh yeah,
she did.
She was willing to compromise and not actually call Tiffany out then because it suited her channel.
Exactly.
She had too much
Suited her
to lose.
paycheck.
Right. Too much to lose by a feud there. Let's hear what she had to say.
So, since we last left, wowzer. Big to us. Did I tell you they hate bond? Wowzer.
Hate
It's
bond.
amazing to me how quickly people can change, right? Crazy. Of course, Ziggy is excited. Of course she is. Funny how she just seems
I'm excited
that someone else reported her. Yeah, it's convenient as fuck, isn't it? She just totally forgot. Yeah. And you know what? Since this all happened, when it first happened, I was like, fuck. Here comes all the hate, right? And then I was like,
fuck, here comes all the hate, right? That was her first thought. I don't think her thought has gone past that since.
Right.
She's
Well,
just another
you know
one
what?
who's okay while she's shoveling it on other people, as long as no hate comes back on her.
it's cool because these people are going to show who they really are. And they do not disappoint, okay? We've had comments, and I haven't listened to Tiffany Marie's live, okay? At all, just heard things. But I heard comments like, Tiffany thinks that you want Ziggy's vagina, emojis in the chat. That's derogatory and homophobic because it's saying that would be bad, okay? Lesbianism
How is
isn't
that
a bad
saying
thing.
that's going to be bad? I think
But him
that's
being transphobic wasn't worth mentioning. And your son, wow.
right.
I
So now
can't.
all of a sudden it's lesbianism and it's showing that it's bad. No, I think Tiffany was speaking an observation where it looks like you were in love with her and you did not get the attention you wanted. It wasn't reciprocated. So now you're going to be the psycho X, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
She wasn't saying that lesbianism is bad. She wasn't saying that it was wrong to be attracted to Ziggy. What she was saying was that SixUp is in denial as to what the basis of her relationship with Ziggy is.
Yes, exactly. I think I accidentally skipped ahead here.
The word I'm gonna when I start getting really triggered. And look, I had some good
Triggered. Okay. Every time she says triggered, drink.
advice
Oh,
to
no.
somebody that
I got my coffee, so I can
made me feel a bit like this should be all just made a joke, right? But it's not a joke. They're lives.
Lies.
These are
Why
lies.
am I laughing? Sounds like a joke to me.
Absolutely unapologetic. They
Did you all hear about SixUp going into Ziggy's chat last night? I guess Ziggy played a video made by a clip channel that showed.
Oh, the Exhibit A channel.
Yes, that's the obsession. And she comes in, lies. So everybody asks her, well, hey, what did you do with that $1,500
Oh,
that
did
was
they?
given to you? They did. And she's claiming that's a lie, too. Never happened. She had posted in her Discord asking for money because she needed a lawyer to fight this protection order. And she claims it never happened. But there's receipts for it. So, yeah, stay tuned. I think those will be coming out.
no, and you don't have to have empathy. Have some fucking sympathy, decency, and get educated. Please. You are foul, vile people. That look, they hate each other. They literally hate each other. Okay. Ziggy hates Tiffany Marie. Tiffany Marie hates Ziggy.
But when it comes to time,
And she hates everybody.
breeds, they go together. And it's a joke. And there is a reason why I did not come at these people with hate.
Oh my God, there's Frosty in the comments.
It does.
Did she just
Frosty does
say
what Frosty wants.
she did not come at these people with hate? What?
Absolutely.
She's
Always
delusional.
kindness
delusional.
with SixUp.
This just might be more epic than Tiffany's video.
Doesn't work. They will take what you say and twist it anyway. The only thing I wanted was for people, and I have no control. I know that. People get educated. Please.
Did she even graduate high school?
Yes.
Does anybody know?
Yes. And how can you
Get
sit there and
educated.
act like the way they act, right? Like I literally can't stand this person, right? But as soon as I see they don't like the same person as me, we're friends again. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. What the fuck?
I don't think Tiffany and Ziggy are friends again. I think they are sharing a mutual dislike for the same people.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're friends.
How can your subs take you seriously?
That is a valid question, but we'll save that for the bombshell.
I just want to know, do you see intelligent over there? I haven't even clicked in. Just the things that people have told me they're saying. There's no way I could go listen to that shit. I would fucking be, no way.
And
No
her
way.
chat's the epitome of intelligence.
Ziggy is in a world. Why don't you go live and say, I apologize for blaming SixUp Media for everything that I do. That I apologize for blaming the feds at my house on SixUp Media. Nope. I'm just going to be like, exactly, Tiffany, you're so right. Even though yesterday you couldn't stand the bitch's voice. Every time you play her, I can't fucking stand hearing her voice. But you're playing it right now, aren't you? Y'all want to hear it? Let's hear it.
And today she can't stand you.
Hey, Jenny. She's reading every single thing we say as she quoted the random. Okay, let's continue. This is good. This is good. Thank you so much, Becca.
So really quick, I just clicked on SixUp Live, right? And then I'm listening, and the first thing I hear out of her mouth is that Summer Wells is an addiction to these creators. That's what she said.
Oh, we already heard all that.
In a real job.
Ooh.
Do
Real
something.
job.
And when I'm talking about hate, can you imagine if I went live and started talking about autistic children just because I had something against AB? Right?
Whoa, is she bringing AB's
What?
autistic child into this now?
I missed that the first time.
Well, why wouldn't she? She throws her own child into the mix all the time. She probably doesn't see anything wrong with it.
At some point, we should probably play clips of her calling her son, misgendering her son, but yelling at others about doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, nobody knew if her son was a daughter or a son or a he or a she, because literally in the same sentence, she would say she, then he, then he, then she, then him, then her. What is it? It took, I think, everybody a couple, 2 or 3 solid streams to figure out that it's a son and a him. And then even with that story, the most ridiculous story, I would never in a million years go in front of a live audience and tell them how my child painted with their poop.
In poop? Yeah.
Yes.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, and so you get your ass up in the morning and you get your baby and change their diaper. It's not hard to predict when your baby's going to poop. I mean, we all had kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
First thing in the morning, you give them a bottle, and I guess it depends on how little they are. If they're on solids, which at that point I'm sure they were probably closer to a year old and not on formula anymore, so breakfast would be solid food and a bottle or whatever, but still she was on there. Yes, and she would paint with her poo.
Yes.
I would have to get up before she woke up, and the son was in the chat. Who's this she you speak of? But you do this to your own kid, but then want to rip anybody else who mistakenly does it because they're not used to calling this person a him or a her or he or a she. But this, it seems to me like I don't think she ever fully accepted that her daughter transitioned into a son. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't think so with the way she messes up like that all the time. Obviously, she hasn't accepted it.
I think that most
Just
people
my
actually don't have a problem once the idea is fixated into their head properly. They don't make those mistakes on the regular. You just don't.
Right. And
it concerns me that she still does.
And most mothers are in tune with their kids. Like, you hear a lot of people with gay kids saying, oh yeah, I knew when they were little, I knew they were going to be gay, or I could tell from an early age just because they're in tune with their child and they know.
Somebody is echoing.
Was she even around her child?
I don't know the whole story.
Nope. And thank God. Listen, guys, I am not perfect. Okay? Nobody here is. We know that. We're not gonna go on the spiel with I make mistakes and I fuck up, right?
Well, that's a fucking newsflash. SixUp isn't perfect. My God.
But if I do something,
no,
that and when I'm talking about hate, can you imagine if I went live and started talking about autistic children just because I had something against AB? Right?
What, like you just did there?
Same thing.
So now she wants to complain about getting hate after how many months? 7-8 months of slinging hate and bullshit all over
And
YouTube.
personally, I think that her saying that was enough.
Right. Even just bringing that up as an example was really shitty.
Exactly.
There's no difference. None.
Exactly.
Nope.
No difference.
None.
She doesn't like being
In the
on the
beginning, guys,
receiving end,
I
does
also
she?
wanted to be careful because I knew a lot of people are ignorant and it takes a while for people to see things, right? So I want to try to be better than them, right? And not do it the way they do it, right? Because it doesn't fucking work.
No, she wants to hate without
But
being
even doing
offensive to everybody watching. She just wants to attack solitary.
I'm going to tell you this,
people.
that if these people acted the way they do on YouTube in a real job and had a real business, they wouldn't go anywhere.
Does SixUp actually
Why
have
is it
a job?
How would she know?
She doesn't even
Right.
have a job. And that's probably why she doesn't have a job, because she doesn't know how to act at a job. People like this are generally unemployable. They don't know what it is to go to bed at night and to wake up to an alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning and brush your teeth and go to work. I wonder what the last job she had was.
Why? Is there really that much hate in the world? Could nobody have could one person reached out to me today and said, my God, what I just seen, I can't imagine what you and your family are going through. How dare them? But one? No, I see and I'm getting messages this whole day since I've gone off. You won't believe who's over there in their chat. You won't believe who's their moderator still. What the fuck is going on with you guys, man? You sat over in my chat for night after night saying that you support my son.
Or is this about Ray Ray?
The equation. Think about the 13-year-old girl that's struggling with their identity right now. And you compare it to a cat?
What the fuck is she talking about?
I think it's just blanket condemnation.
So now she's mad because this is another problem too with people growing channels off of other channels, because when there's a fallout, and 9 out of 10 times there will be, then you have subscribers who are conflicted. They feel like they have to pick sides, because if they don't, it makes it look like, they're back and forth. So all of her subs came from AB and Tiffany. So, of course, a majority of them are going to side with AB and Tiffany. Oh, I'd like to see how many people canceled their memberships.
I would love to see that.
Interesting.
They've all gone live. I told you this would happen. For what?
Well, quite
Did
a
you
few
share any kind of
left. You
any
don't
kind of educate? Did you educate anybody?
them
No,
there
you just
anymore.
read more hate. No,
Can I
not-
just point something out about all this wanting to educate somebody? This is the same person who is so quick to police other people's languages, language use and the way that they describe people, and yet she's there under the Exhibit A video using ableist language and calling the video and people who comment lame. Educate yourself.
Amen to that.
other people.
Yep.
I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown right now. And it really, if you think that it bothers me, either that these people have unsubscribed and left my channel, no.
It clearly bothers her, or else she wouldn't be on a tirade about it.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, I wish you would have left before because you weren't getting the point. It does hurt.
She's
It
big
hurts.
mad.
People are being hurt. And
Oh, now it hurts. Okay, wait. I wish I could freaking.
She didn't care, but now it hurts.
Yeah.
after live, they've all gone live. I told you this would happen. For what?
For what?
Did you share any kind of hope? Any kind of educate? Did you educate anybody? No, you just bred more hate.
Sharing hope? Now
No,
she's
not
about
anymore.
sharing
It's
hope?
Other people.
I hear that every night on her stream.
I'm
Talking to
mind blown
somebody.
right now. It really, if you think that it bothers me, either that these people have unsubscribed and left my channel, no,
Wait for it.
I wish you would have left before because you weren't getting the point. It does hurt. It hurts. People are being hurt and they don't care. It's a joke to them.
She
I
sure
have
don't care
words.
about hurting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
No, and she sat there for months telling people how to report to the Indiana State Board of whatever certifications and the Humane Society over Athena, CPS.
Wasn't that actually the Indian Gaming Board?
the Indiana? The raffle, yes. Oh, yeah. Instead of the Indiana State, what the hell is it called? The Indiana State Gaming Commission.
Yeah,
The
Indian
commission.
Gaming
Yes. Yes, it
The
is.
Look, Indiana. It's an easy mistake.
Yeah, except for the whole logo with the headdress on it. I mean, that wasn't a giveaway or anything.
This bitch on the screen literally just robbed people. Robbed them. Said she was going to pay a woman with 4 children's light bill. The woman is sitting with no electric. Tiffany.
That's not accurate. First of all, nobody said they were paying the light bill. Wasn't that she was rolling the idea around because this was just played all over, I believe it was yesterday when she comes on and says, how would you all feel about doing a raffle to raise money for this lady's light bill? It was never, okay, we're going to do this. It was, how would you all feel? Because there was a lot of money to raise in a very short amount of time. It was never set in stone. And the woman's electric was never cut off. She said so herself last night. What I did was I just took my whole paycheck and put it on. I believe, was it a $1,200 or $1,400 bill? And she has it knocked down to $400, but she saved herself. She just used her entire paycheck. So she never went without electric.
Needs to
Get your
defend
facts straight, ma'am.
What? What? I know that I know that I've heard the things that they've said about each other. Has anybody? Am I delusional here?
Yeah.
That never
wanna know
appears
something
on
really
YouTube.
I tell her that every day.
I never ask an open-ended question like that. Ever.
Right. No, because apparently they're hate bonding now, so none of that matters anyway.
By her
Just
own
said-
definition.
Right. Ugh.
One of the people that came in the chat for Tiffany was in another Discord saying, I can't believe this is true about Ziggy, right? Because they didn't even know.
I can't believe.
But right after TM came in and did what she did, it doesn't matter what Ziggy did. SixUp Media doesn't agree with TM, so we're on that train. What?
Oh, so wait. So now she's mad because the attention is off of the raffle that was never planned for the electric bill and on to her for being a stalker. Ooh. Gotcha.
Can you not have a mind of your own?
The hypocrisy and BS is so deep, we all need waiters.
Right. Get your waiters.
Why is it a whole... You talk about echo chamber? She said she doesn't want that. Well, you fucking got it. You got it. It is a echo chamber of nodding heads. I have seen comments after comments.
Does she even know what an echo chamber is?
Or a nodding
Apparently
head.
not.
Well, she does know what a nodding head is. I'll take that back.
Tangeray.
Do not like today. What?
Definitely not an echo chamber.
This is a joke.
This is an echo chamber.
Who are we allowed to like today? Well, I'm going to tell you who. How about you don't support bigots? Transphobia, homophobia, racism, and not just that.
Now she suddenly cares.
Bigotry. If you're look, this is what I told some of my moderators just before. I broke down and started crying. I am not a minority, you guys. I'm not. But the majority of my moderators are, and my friends are. And I feel like I did everything I could to prevent this shit from happening, and it's still happening.
She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry.
What are we gonna do?
If only.
How are we going to do better?
See a great deal of diversity here.
What did she just say? No, Summer.
I
is
still think that's a
6-year-old missing
stretch, though.
from Hawkins County, Tennessee. She's been missing for almost 14 months now. So if Summer
we all
Wells
know that.
was found,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I wish I had a flyer of Summers to show.
Well, I think she's being honest, but it's not. I think she's being honest what she believes is the truth, but I don't think it's quite the truth because she gets kind of obsessive too. TM gets very obsessive, but not to this degree. Okay, like I've never. She is able to like say her piece and like move on, but not as quickly as like I am. Okay.
So wait, so now are we going through old videos to remind everybody that Tiffany and Ziggy aren't friends? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, should we go
I
through
believe
old
that's what-
videos?
Yeah, is that deflecting?
There are some, there's video footage of SixUp trashing Purple over Doug's situation, actually. Maybe that would be interesting to hear.
Oh, that would be interesting to hear.
I'm like a one done.
I believe she called her a stalker.
Who called who a stalker?
SixUp called Purple a stalker.
Oh,
the
irony
situation with
is rich.
Doug with the revenge porn stuff.
Ooh, I completely missed that one.
Like, seriously, Ziggy, you are... I don't like either one of you bitches, but you're way more fucking obsessive than Tiffany. Get the fuck out of here. Can any of you motherfuckers be real? Is there any left?
I
This
disagree.
reminds me of like one of those, you know how people get on here, I'm more disabled than you. I'm more sicker than you.
I've
No,
seen
you're
it, that's for sure.
You're more obsessed than I am.
Can we just clarify? Nobody is sicker than Heidi.
Oh, poor Heidi, bless her heart.
Bless it.
Oh yeah, bless it.
It did on for a while, sending me random horrible text messages. It wasn't really a one and doneer, but
Yes, we know.
reserve judgment until you hear this again. Oh,
Skip.
Look. This shit is... It's the buck stops here. It stops right here. She blocked all of your accounts. I just... Look, I want you guys to know. You right now, the ones in my chat, the ones listening that know me, listen. I love you guys. You guys are my extended family. When I get on this microphone and I sit here...
That's sad. I don't think she has any friends in real life.
And her family probably stays away too from the sounds of that.
Sounds like it.
And I interact with
They
you.
probably
Well, I mean,
should.
seriously though, if you had somebody like that in your friend circle who tries to run your life and tries to run your YouTube channel, wouldn't you keep your distance too? Like
Exactly.
if I decided,
Yep.
now I own my home, but pretend for a second that I rented and I decided I'm gonna break my lease and get a dog. Fuck what anybody thinks. So who the hell are you to even ask
It's
me
your
about it?
business.
My time is more valuable. It's more valuable than anything. I have a lot going on, and it means, I don't even want to say means the world to me. Just look, they've ruined everything, guys.
They ruined
They really
everything,
have.
guys.
It's sick. It's twisted, and I can't get.
So everybody else is responsible for ruining her life. She has other
course.
stuff going on. She doesn't have
You know,
a job.
because she's doing her steps in AA.
Yeah. How about another 10th step there?
Get behind it. I can't say out of one side of my mouth that I really care, and then out of the side of my mouth do something different. To you guys, it's a joke. To me, it's real life.
Because this is
Show
her
you
real
something.
life. That's the saddest part
That's
about
sad.
all. Yeah. And Tiffany and Ziggy have ruined her life
Lord.
because Tiffany called her out. Just make it make sense, please. Why? Because she can't get on YouTube anymore because half of her subscribers are going to leave? Is that what she's talking about?
One of those situations where you just nod your head and go on with it. Can you imagine being stuck in a room with her speaking?
Oh, God.
I'm doing a lot of head nodding over here.
Right?
I just don't know why she's so surprised that she's been throwing shit for 6 months and summer's got on her.
Right.
What did
And
she
then
think was going to happen?
Well, she pissed the wrong one off because Tiffany Marie doesn't suffer fools, especially when it comes to summer. That's one thing you got to give to Tiffany. When it comes to anything having to do with summer or the case in general, she'll come for you if you're disrespecting her.
Didn't Tiffany originally come from the drama sort of sector? So
Yes.
was what she
I
used
don't
to
know.
do.
I first heard of Tiffany, I think it was during Summer Wells. But yeah, it said that she came from drama, so I guess that's what she knows. But I think the Tiffany SixUp fallout was inevitable because they were never on good terms to begin with. Like Tiffany just said, SixUp was in Ziggy's, I guess, I don't want to say circle because she wasn't in Ziggy's circle, but she was in Ziggy's chat and made it very clear that she never liked her until aligning with her served her purpose.
Mhm.
Because the
Yep.
enemy, my enemy is my friend. Now I'm going to grow my channel off of the people who, I don't want to say were bounced out of Ziggy's because they all left on their own because they weren't getting the attention that they wanted. So now you have a whole channel full of Ziggy cast-offs and people in Tiffany Marie's and AB's memberships or what have you. And she grew her channel off of them. So it's only
She can't
natural.
deny any responsibility, though, because she knew SixUp was an asshole before she funneled her people and their money in there.
Exactly.
And you admitted it.
Yeah, and it was all just because it was somebody who was ripping Ziggy, who at that time she was really pissed off at. And that's, oh God, that's the perfect transition right into the whole Bombshell fiasco. Who the hell is Bombshell? Where did she even come from?
She just came from nowhere.
She came from originally the true crime community. She was with the Kanika Jenkins case. And that's where Chasing Truth knows her from, was they were both in that area. They were both in there. And then she ended up in the drama community because she can't help herself. And then Tiffany, knowing all of it, helped her right back into true crime. So she's got responsibility there as well. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it seems like nobody even really knew who she was until she came out with that first live ripping Ziggy. It was when Michelle, the one who worked with Lawson, for 30, was it almost 30 years?
Oh,
When
the missing 4 hours thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and anybody with more than 2 brain cells would have known better that when Michelle said that, she wasn't being instructed by Ronnie Lawson to literally ask YouTube what happened to this missing 4 hours.
Surely it was a sarcastic comment.
Yeah, it
was passing.
said to her tongue in cheek, well, if you want to ask the YouTubers anything, ask them why she didn't call 911 for however many hours. Like, it wasn't him telling her to do that, but you know, that was something she heard and she wanted to relay to people. That was it. But of course, you know, people, they don't hear the whole stream or they don't get the context, so then they're going to run with it. Oh yeah, Michelle claims that Ronnie Lawson told her to go ask YouTube this. No, that's not how it happened.
They just can't seem to use even the smallest amount of common sense, because they're more interested in being dramatic about it.
Well, common sense isn't all that common, apparently.
This is very true.
Yeah. So Bombshell comes on with her live and ripping on Ziggy because of misinformation. And this is another thing that kills me too, because Ziggy had that open panel all the time, so you never knew who was coming up. Like when the Billboard guy, what was his name, Devery, came up to talk about his experience with Brad, everybody tried to cry foul.
Yeah.
You remember that? He was fake too, and it wasn't. Chasing Truth was like, no, that was him, because she played a recording on the phone with him and it was the exact same guy. So I guess the complaint here was with the leaked CPS thing, which nobody has ever said was a legitimate thing. It was a random woman on Facebook who said, hey, look at this. And all Ziggy did was relay it. She made it very clear from the beginning, true trauma is the dramatic side of true crime, the stuff that law enforcement doesn't release. When neighbors or people who know the suspects want to speak out, nobody knew that CPS document was legit or fake. And that's where the other woman comes in, whose kids go to school with the Wells boys. It was to, I guess, counter, no, you were not given an accurate document or accurate information. I want to set the record straight that they were 2 completely different people, 2 completely different sets of circumstances. And with the genre of trauma, it's, you know, you listen to what these people are saying and you make your own decision. Like nothing was ever stated as gospel or fact. I mean, am I missing something?
If every channel only went forward with something that they could prove as a verifiable fact, you'd have 10 channels just coming on and saying Summer Wells is missing. That's as much as we know. Good night.
Right. They show her missing poster and that's all they knew. But Ziggy wanted to branch out and be like, well, hey, now we have Allie talking, but it's not in official capacity. We have these people that know her, all these other people coming out of the woodwork. You're a grown-ass adult. Listen to what they have to say and you decide.
I mean, surely speculation is the lifeblood of the true crime community. That's what everything revolves around, until you get to the point where there's actually a trial.
Hey, Watcher, I see you.
Hey.
I see you all. I finally made it.
We saved the best
What
till
are we
last.
talking about?
Well, we just came off of, we're kind of slow going here. We don't have a lot of steam. Everybody's sick this week with COVID and everything else. So we're kind of just like trudging along here. So we were talking about Tiffany Marie is the star of YouTube this week, coming for everybody.
Well, it was about time somebody. I mean, look, it is what it is with Tiffany Marie, although I don't like Bomb and I think she's vile and disgusting. And what she did was horrible. TM is just one of those people that has to fall out with somebody. and make it a thing. I mean, she does come from the drama community, so it's kind of her gig, right?
Right. She's
Yeah.
she's on a roll this week though, 2 in 1 week.
Yes, she is. She said,
Yeah.
I'm knocking them off.
Somebody
But
very
Bob-
dangerously
Bob-
suggested that we take a drink every time the word triggered is used. So there's a fair chance somebody will be in hospital by the end of this.
Yes, we would. Oh, Lord.
I believe
Yeah,
Joey said-
Bombshell had this coming, though. I agree. We knew that she was...
Yeah, we were just about to get to her. We did the SixUp, the SixUp video first. How Tiffany came for SixUp and SixUp's response to that, and that was quite comical because 1 second she doesn't care, then the next second it hurts.
I just want better. I know you can do better.
Right.
Shut up.
Now, like
She needs to work on being better.
8
Exactly.
months, she's been spreading nothing but hate. But now, once the hate comes on her, when the shoe is on the other foot, now all of a sudden it's the worst thing ever, and it just. How do you like it?
Well,
She
see,
can't make up her
she
mind
does
whether
not
she's
want-
Dr. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, SixUp can't make up her mind whether she's Dr. Phil or Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction.
Damn, truer words have not been spoken. Amen. And she doesn't know if she wants to be like I rally for the minority and I'm going to go to Capitol Hill and do all this, or fuck the police. I can't figure her out.
And of course, the worst thing now is I've got the image in my mind of Dr. Phil sitting on the floor, switching the lamp on and off and crying.
Yeah, and then to blame YouTubers for ruining her life. She's like, you've ruined everything. What the hell impact could this possibly have on your real life?
It doesn't. She's just very dramatic. And she saw that here on YouTube, you can get quite the crowd with that those theatrics. And she likes to be, the center of attention. And the theatrics pay off for her.
Yeah.
I just think if you've got 14 mugshots, then YouTube is probably not the beginning of your problem.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, this girl's had problems for a long time, but it's so funny to me that, she comes to YouTube. She's fairly new here, and she thinks that she is like the law of YouTube. I'm calling out bad behavior. I'm going to put you in your place. The subscribers need to hold this channel holder accountable. Bitch, shut up. We're just here to have a good time. Go away.
Right. She hasn't changed not one thing. Nobody has changed their behavior because of her mouth. Nothing.
Nothing. Exactly.
No, and then she accuses everybody else of doing the stuff that she does. And she claims Ziggy went real life on her because the courts literally told Ziggy, you are responsible for finding her address to serve her. So if she would have hired a private investigator, what would they have done? They would have called her family. They would have researched old addresses. Would they not? She was acting on her own behalf. The courts told her, we cannot help you. You got to do this yourself. So what? She figured out that she's living in transitional housing and found the agency that put her up. And all of a sudden that's going real life. How about you sitting there inciting your base to call the Humane Society about Athena or CPS because, God forbid, Ziggy's kid wants to eat at 1 o'clock in the morning and somebody feels that that's too late for somebody else's kid to be up, or to report her to the state board for giving instructions on how to use drugs, which I still have not figured that one out.
Or calling the Indian gaming
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Oh, Lord.
The agency that's responsible for policing the Indian casinos is going to suddenly give a shit about an illegal raffle on YouTube.
I didn't realise that Ziggy lived on the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana.
Not too bright, is she?
If talking about a subject is actually inspiring people to do it, then how the hell is anybody in the true crime community? They discuss in infinite detail how murders take place, abductions, all sorts of crime. If talking about something inspires people to act, then they're responsible for the crime wave. It just doesn't make any sense, be logical.
You're so
Right.
correct. That you make a really valid point there. That's like there's that show Addicted. Look how deep they go. If you're watching that show and you're an addict or an addict in recovery, where SixUp loves active addiction, then you wouldn't watch that show. Because that show goes deep into how these addicts are living. And then at the end, they do a what's it called?
The Intervention.
The Intervention. Yeah, Intervention. That's the name of the show. So it's just funny to me that SixUp believes that her purpose for YouTube, being here on YouTube, starting this channel, it first started with Ziggy, right? To take Ziggy down. Now it is to change the behavior of everyone in the world. People, no, look, no, you don't do that. You cannot and then you come with this attitude of self-righteousness and then this horrible vindictive voice you have. I'm sorry, but she does. It's very vindictive. It's vile. It's like she's doing it out of hate and anger and spite rather than coming from a genuine good place.
Her voice makes me want to bathe in holy water.
Yes. It's like there's several demons in there. It's a legion of them.
I think actually, if this woman was really serious about moving the conversation forward and protecting minorities, there's actually a whole political sphere that she should be getting involved in. We're seeing people's freedoms being pushed back in all the countries, but predominantly in America where she actually lives.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole issue with people's rights being pushed back, especially for women, especially for minorities. Instead of policing people's language on YouTube, why don't you actually go and do something?
Right, and she's in Ohio, and they have that horrible Jim Jordan.
Oh, God.
You know who Jim Jordan is?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the man who
No.
covered up the wrestling team.
Yes, the man who can look the
Yes.
other way while children are abused.
Yep. God, I remember who that is now. Yeah, she's got a lot of things that she wants to get done. Policing people on YouTube ain't the place. And like Pearl said, there's a whole sphere. There's the manosphere, the womansphere. She's got plenty of places to go, but trying to merge off of or into what they call the crime community or drama, I don't know. It's probably ain't the place where she's going to make change. And I don't really think that's what she's here for. I think it sounds good in theory, but it's not really what she's here for.
It's all bullshit. She's not really interested in doing anything constructive because she can't work with people. You just know that she could not join any sort of activist group because unless she's the top dog, she can't work with people.
No, God, you're so
she
right.
can't allow anybody to have a different opinion in her chat. They're just out immediately. She just does not have the backbone for it.
No.
So she can't actually work in activism. All she can do is preach from her channel and throw about buzzwords that she basically doesn't understand what most of them mean.
Yeah, like Munchausen by proxy. Are you okay? You don't know what that is? That is
The
when
new perfume,
Gypsy
Much
Rose.
Houston by Prada.
Yeah.
Houston by Prada. Just look up
God.
Gypsy Rose for instance, okay?
the
6 Up, if you
horrific
want to
case.
understand a real case of Munchausen by
Mhm.
proxy by the mother, okay? Weirdo. Damn.
It was kind of funny though that Ziggy was on the reporter's room, and the reporter's room is doing a series on Munchausen's by proxy, and there was Ziggy up there, and SixUp is the person who says that all Ziggy's chat has got Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and it just seems so perfect. It's like, are you tuning in, SixUp? Watch the program, grasp the facts, stop using terms you don't understand.
Please, it's cringe. She just pulled that, like, I think she just heard that word that day. She was probably Googling words real quick to use that were new because she's getting called out for her old ones. So she's like, what's some new trigger words I can use? So that came up. She didn't read it all the way through, threw it out there and looked like an idiot.
Yeah,
No, she
that sounds
probably
about
was
right.
watching
She
the
she does that a lot.
thing, and that's where she got it from. Because you remember during the Johnny Depp trial,
Oh.
everybody was histrionic. That was the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I'm really, really trying not to be judgmental when people use the wrong terms. But every time she opens her mouth with another buzzword, I would cringe myself inside out. It's just awful. I just can't listen to her for more than 5 minutes. I rely on clip channels to actually bring it out, because it's like, okay, I can watch a clip channel. I can watch somebody's sort of moment of telling me what she's been up to. But if I have to watch her, there's a very real chance I'm going to cringe inside out, and end up in traction.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to hurt my square, as my son used to say when he was little. When somebody would say or do something cringy or embarrassing, he'd say, "Oh God, Mom, that hurts my square." I'm like, what is your square? He's like, Mom, this part right here in your chest, and when somebody does something stupid, it burns.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about. So since then, we've always said, "Oh, that hurts my square," because it's
Cringe so
cringy.
hard, your eyeballs pop out.
So have we got a situation now where SixUp, who was attacking Bombshell for transphobia, is now in Bombshell's sort of court? Is she defending Bombshell? Because it seems to me that like alliances are just changing overnight depending on who you hate the most.
Oh my God, is she moving over to Bomb's team?
I don't think so. I think
I
she's
don't
still...
necessarily think she is, but I saw somebody who's very close to SixUp saying that, Tiffany is doing this because it's all some sort of plot. I just think,
Oh yeah, manufactured. Yeah,
a plot.
yeah.
yeah, that somehow Tiffany has to take the heat off herself by putting it on SixUp and Bombshell. Not that SixUp and Bombshell might have done anything wrong. Oh no.
No, that can't be it.
I mean, it's funny, didn't Purple come out with some transphobia, or didn't sort of stamp down on it? And yet,
Oh yeah,
people are fine
it
with
was
that.
called the Dirty American was racist, the big dummy, and then she called Latinos the WB word, which we all know what that is, and she got a free pass off that, like no one else has mentioned it. And SixUp.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
You see the screen? Murchison syndrome by Prada.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I love it.
I'm not sure that
Courtesy of
SixUp has got a
Pearl.
voice for the voiceover, though.
No, God, no. That would be like me doing voiceovers. I don't think so.
Oh,
You
you've
also
got
have her,
beautiful.
her degree.
Ah, shit.
A psychologist.
It looks so real. God dang it. I hate
love
you.
Queen of everything, Pearl.
God, she is. And on a whim, too, man. She will have you cry. Oh, Lord. But yeah, Purple, bless her purple little heart. She's gone back to her let's see, Dragon Tabby or trying to, and Susan. And are we talking about anything on here, or are we just staying on one subject?
No, let it fly.
Okay. Well, today on the purple streets over in Purple's little neck of the woods, I was lurking, and poor old Heidi, bless her heart, she had her another meltdown and quit the panel and deleted her channel.
What was she melting down about?
Well, I don't think everybody agreed with her on forgiving some girl named Harper. I don't know who Harper is. And I think her and this other channel holder named Tony's Toxic True Crime. You know, everybody's a true crime channel. So she came in to Purple's chat, Tony did, and said, Heidi, you're a vile piece of shit. And yeah, Heidi just had a fit and rage quit. Like, Tabby does.
What did Purple do?
Oh, God, guys, I don't know. I mean, she'll be back, guys, Yeah.
Yeah.
Heidi will be back tomorrow. She'll be up there.
And go into Discord and talk about it, because they're trying to tear us apart, Yep, that's what they think.
Yeah, we know.
Heidi will be up on the panel tomorrow, and she'll come in and she'll go, hi, I'm very sick.
I have Hashimoto's today.
The Heidi health report.
Every day.
She was writing in chat that her stomach was hurting, and everyone's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Heidi. And she gets up there and then tells everybody, what's it called, Hashimoto's or
Hashimoto's?
Hashimoto.
Yeah, but she says it with that Michigan accent, my Hashimoto's or whatever. Yeah. God, it kills me. Ugh.
I think like every woman over 35 has Hashimoto's, just about, especially if you live on the East Coast.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's an autoimmune condition. Your immune system attacks your thyroid and it makes it too fast, then too slow, then too fast, and too slow, and eventually it just kills it off and it's too slow. That's all it is.
Why is it just on the East Coast?
Because we have a very high level of radon gas.
Yeah, that's what
that seems to be. It's not exactly proven, but that's one of the leading
causes.
Yeah, suspected causes.
Why is there two of me?
What's Tangeray doing?
I think Tangeray had an engagement with some family.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
she's
what happened. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened to Bomb. I looked over on her channel about 20 minutes ago, and she looked like she had a live scheduled for yesterday and never showed up to it, never deleted it.
Well, I think she was live last night because
she was definitely live last night.
She doxed that. What was her name? Not Viloma, something like
Salty or something.
No,
Dana?
it was at Viloma. She doxed her number, and then in turn, AB went and doxed her number in Tiffany's chat. It was back and forth, but yeah, we have that pulled up here to go on next. And the craziest part about all of this, and I'm sorry, I can't feel bad for anybody because they knew what she was coming in, right?
No, they sure did.
They were warned. They chose to
ignore it. They just
ignore the warning.
Yeah, Tiffany loves you. We love you. Tiffany hates you. We hate you. We can't keep up.
Yeah. Well, she came in going live about Ziggy, about Benny Keys, about Penny, going after all the people that they hated at the time.
That Tiffany hated, yeah.
Yeah. And it was basically like they were paying her to keep her around, to keep her motivated. for their own entertainment to keep
She
making
was
these.
used, I think, the big dummy.
Yeah, and from what I'm gathering from this, how did this all start? I know she had a couple fund me things, streams going because of housing issues, but allegedly she was in Tiffany's Discord private messaging different people. Is that how it went? Asking them for money. Now she's claiming she hasn't scammed anybody because she just asked them outright for money and didn't tell them. I guess she would go to Salty and you say, oh, I need help. I need X amount. I have no family, nobody to help me. And then she would like a direct copy and paste to somebody else saying the exact same thing, making it seem like nobody else is helping me. I have no other money coming in. And where they're mad is because she was hitting them all up without saying, oh, yeah, this person just gave me X amount or that person just gave me X amount. And
then they all started talking.
Yeah, and that's how they figured
it
out. But I don't understand, like, was there no red flags before that? Did you just ignore it because it was just somebody to entertain you?
No.
There were plenty of red flags, but they were wearing sort of rose-tinted glasses, so they just looked like flags.
Yeah.
There was a man.
They just look like
flags. There was a man named Stellar or something that apparently had told Tiffany. Yeah, apparently told Tiffany Bombshell was like that a long time ago.
Yeah, I think Tiffany knew. I think
Tiffany definitely knew because there were people who came onto her chat last night who she has known for years, who were saying in detail knowledge of previous scams that Bomb has had. So there's no way that Tiffany didn't know. I mean, okay, you can say she was giving her a second chance, but she could have at least warned people. You said, look, I'm ready to give Bomb a second chance, but you should know she's got a bit of a problem with asking people for money. So if she asks you for money, perhaps don't give her any.
Yeah, that
I mean, AB made a community post that 3 different people paid Bombshell's rent in July.
Right.
That was a
Pretty
lot
nice
of
work
money.
if you can get it.
That's a lot of money. And yeah, that heads up would have been nice because Tiffany, look, I don't care what you say. I don't care how you say it. You knew who Bomb was. You brought her into your little world over there and you introduced her to all these people who want so desperately to please you. So they befriended Bomb, and look what Bomb did to these poor women.
But Tiffany seems to have a habit of knowing things. Okay, just like the whole Jody Sue thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what she did there. And then she wants to act like it's a huge surprise to her. Come on.
When this has all been out for months, people have been trying to tell her and everybody else for months and months and months, and she was just not hearing it. But that's why I have a really hard time feeling bad for these people. In fact, if I feel bad for anybody, I kind of feel bad for Bomb. It came out last night that it seems like she has a pill habit, and she was in pain management and might have gotten kicked out. So here you have this person you bring into your circle, and you go through her chat and in the comments, and everybody's saying, oh, I love you, Bommy. I love you, Bommy. And if you're close enough to give somebody that kind of money, and then it comes out that they were taking advantage of people because they have a pill habit, like, to put myself in that situation, let's pretend Opal was hitting up me, Harley, and Pearl, doing this what Bomb did, and it came out that it was all just a ruse because she had a pill habit. My first initial reaction would be like, oh shit, how can we make this right? How can we
help her?
How can we help Opal get her into a
right
detox and figure out how to get this money back or to have her work it back to these people? My first initial reaction is not to roll on somebody that I just told that I love them. And that
kind of like publicly humiliate them.
Exactly.
Help them. Yeah.
Yes. Right. And broadcast it to the whole YouTube true crime community and have almost 1,000 people in your chat like that. I felt that was really shitty, because if it's somebody that you're that close to, that you're going to tell them that you love. And some of these women that were taken, what was the payback schedule? Like, well, I just won't give you the $100 that I normally give to my favorite YouTube creators.
Absolutely
once a month.
astonishing amounts of money being thrown around to creators. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, they're trying to buy the creators. I don't know. I guess their friendship, loyalty. I've seen it in several sectors.
Yeah, and then all that money she was getting, that just fueled her to keep going after people.
You create the monster, Tiffany, and then you cry when you don't like how it turned out. I don't know.
The monster, because it's gotten too big, and now it's going to negatively impact you and your channel. But no, I felt that was handled wrong.
It was, but on the other hand of that, the other side of that, it's kind of poetic justice for Bomb, although I do somewhat sympathize for her situation. But she was all too eager, way too eager to be Tiffany's lapdog and attack anyone Tiffany at the moment had a problem with. So it's just, the irony isn't lost on me how it happened to her as well,
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. When you're not being true to yourself and you're just turning on people because your favorite YouTuber is turning on them, you're probably going to get some bad karma.
I think the evidence was there that Bommy was never going to get irony. I mean, how she could spend a whole life pulling apart Ziggy's outfit and Ziggy's hair, when she looks like she's got an old Yorkshire Terrier on her head. It's just beyond belief. It's like, are there no mirrors in your house, Bombshell, before you start
none. Hold on, I'm going to send
else?
y'all something. And Lolita, you can put it on screen too. Go ahead. I'm going to send something. Yeah, she's tearing apart another woman's looks. Meanwhile, honey, you should have just hushed.
The floor was apparently falling out of her apartment, so she probably didn't have mirrors.
It's on its way. And of course, we have our wonderful Pearl to thank for this one too.
Oh, Jesus, that is fabulous. Hold on. Pearl, queen of everything.
That's right.
No.
While you're tearing apart Ziggy's outfit and how Ziggy looks, honey, what kind of choppy ass haircut is that from 1992?
She probably did it herself with one of those Flobies. Did you ever see the ad for that?
This is just horrible. Horrible. It's hilarious. She told Tiffany, I heard Tiffany say something about she didn't want to come up on panel because a tooth was chipped. But Tiffany said that she had dentures, so how could a tooth be chipped? But I don't know.
Somebody said that she actually lost her dentures because she left them in the pizza box.
Oh, yes.
And then it thrown the pizza box away with the teeth in it. My God, that was an expensive bout to take out. My God.
Why would you put your teeth in a pizza box?
I don't know, but I'm thinking she would have needed her teeth in her mouth.
Shit.
Feeling somewhat deflated.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, that's great.
Oh, I'll forever keep that archived. Oh, God.
When the party is over.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
the lady that wanted to pick apart Ziggy. Okay. Shit.
Oh yeah, they were absolutely just waiting to find sort of video or photographs of Ziggy at that memorial sort
yeah.
of for
The
the summer.
vigil.
Yeah, vigil. That's the
vigil.
word I'm looking for. I'm failing to find.
That's
We're
horrible
110
that people
degrees.
are just waiting around to take a photo, sneak a photo of Ziggy while she's at a vigil for a child. That's just gross.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
Summer, who's supposed to be true crime's little princess, they
Yeah.
couldn't put everything aside for just,
One
one
day.
day.
One day. No, they had to turn that into a shit show too.
I just don't know why these people can't understand that the people who go into Ziggy's chat, it doesn't necessarily mean that they agree with everything that she does. But I think for a lot of them, they're just sick to death of seeing this woman getting trashed over everything. I mean, take an example of the two situations we've got at the moment that mirror each other. You have Bombshell is getting money that under false pretenses, and it looks like it could be connected to her needing to fund a drug habit. I don't know whether that's true. I'm just speculating on what people have said. Why aren't we examining the fact that a situation happened where Tiffany didn't warn people not to give Bombshell money? Bombshell has possibly has a drug habit. Don't give her money on the down low, because they're all too busy focusing on the fact that Ziggy didn't find $1,000 in 36 hours to pay the electric bill of somebody who's a friend of a friend. Just like,
it's the selective outrage.
It's selective outrage.
Yes, it's
I mean,
very
my God,
selective.
Ziggy does some stupid shit.
Yes.
And nobody's going to say that she doesn't. But that doesn't mean that she's the only punch bag in
Out
true
there.
crime.
Right. If anything, I see Tiffany Marie is more of a punching bag. I mean, if there's someone that, like, personally I would rip into, it would be her. Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Ziggy does some stupid. God dang, why did you say that? Why, woman? But, Tiffany
She's funny.
Marie
You've got to give her that.
vicious.
She's entertaining.
Yeah. The thing about Ziggy, though, she's not vicious.
No, if
she's
anything, I would
not.
say she's almost too forgiving.
Way too
People
forgiving.
just walk over her, and she's perhaps that was the issue with SixUp. Perhaps she genuinely thought she could do whatever she wanted, and Ziggy was never going to take any action about it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It certainly seems that way. If you would, well, I guess you can't go back now because they're all put on private. But if you remember those very beginning lives, it was all her complaining because she couldn't control Ziggy, because she told Ziggy that, well, in AA or NA, when we talk about dark stuff, what we do is we always play something positive at the end of the stream, and Ziggy didn't want to hear it. And
she wanted to turn YouTube into a big AANA meeting, I think.
Yeah.
These are my girls. I'm going to go up, okay?
Get the Harley health report.
Yes.
Yes. I love the way
I have
she
a
said
fever.
that. Yes.
Listen. I'm stuck in my bed. I keep vomiting. I have a fever of 101.7. I don't even know how I'm talking on YouTube.
Will you do the voice?
I don't know. That's
Wait, Harley, can you do that voice? Hey guys.
I don't know how. I'll have to practice that.
It goes a little like this. I don't think that you understand what I'm going through. You just fake it.
I don't know, but that was perfect.
Lord, that was so cringy. That
Oh, God.
voice. Oh God.
Should I just change my name to Heidi?
I like Harley. I like the Harley health report better than Heidi's. Yours was shorter, at least.
Okay.
Are you going to turn into Harley the hypochondriac?
Harley
Oh, God.
hypochondriac Munchausen by
Right.
Hey, just think about it. The Heidi Davison, the bike that goes nowhere.
Oh my God.
Pearl, you could write for comedians. Damn, you're funny.
Oh, she's funny. She
Gosh,
is.
it's this dry humor that is so amazing. Like, it's almost like you all remember Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
God, it puts me in the mind of
Yes.
that. That was one of the funniest shows ever. No,
I think it's been English. We just brought up on sarcasm, tea, and rain.
yeah, you all do have that dry, sarcastic, but it is the most
Yes.
hilarious humor ever because
And
it's quick-witted.
Yes. And it seems like all of you from the UK, like, or wherever, are like very quick with their mean
Yes, they
comebacks, and I love it.
Yes,
Oh,
like,
yes.
You know,
I wouldn't even try to go toe to
the
toe with
twat and all that. I just love
yeah,
it.
because just their accent alone makes you feel like you're stupid as soon as you talk to them.
I know it. Yes.
You ain't going to cut me down with that British accent.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Oh, Opal's back.
It's all right. If I start acting out of turn, you can come over and pour all my tea into the sea.
Please, no. You just keep going. You're never out of turn. You're always on time. Hannah, are you here?
I think Hannah's listening in backstage.
Okay.
She's just hanging.
Yeah, so, what were we talking about? Was it
We were talking about Bombshell, and actually, if I don't say this, I'm going to forget. Has anybody seen that Bombshell has already said that she has lied about phoning the bank about Tiffany's check?
Yeah.
You know that she said that she phoned the bank, and the bank said to her that the list of payments that was made in public that I think Ziggy showed on screen once and proved that there wasn't a $1,500 check. Bomb told everybody that she contacted the bank and that they told her that that list was not complete. And now she's gone back on that and said, actually, the bank didn't say that to her. So she was lying to cover for Tiffany Marie.
Shocking.
Yep. I watched that one. She said that that what Tiffany should have done if it was a real check was show the whole thing, flip it back and forth.
Yeah, there's nothing personal on the back. It's just the stamp from the bank that tells you like the date and time and the bank name and that it was deposited. There's nothing that anybody could steal off of the back of a check.
Nothing. That check didn't go nowhere. But that's okay, Tiffany. If Tiffany, if she had really seen it, she would have done everything to prove it. It's quite convenient when you're getting called out on it that you pull I don't have to show you anything. What are you gonna do? How convenient.
Eventually, there will be an itemized list that comes out because with all this stuff.
Yes.
You better believe it.
Oh, it will come out. And what's she going to do then?
Got lost in the mail.
Yeah. Oh, like Leanne from The Real Housewives of Dallas pulled. Did you know 30% of the mail gets lost? Yeah, she'll pull that one.
So she's going to claim that she never checks her bank account and didn't notice that $1,500 didn't leave the bank account.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, because that's nothing. You're not going to miss that at all. Okay.
This makes as much sense as the crack fairy. The Ben Hill crack fairy.
The Ben Hill
I buy crack, I hand it out for free to show the police that I don't need to sell my children.
That I'm not a crackhead, and there's perverts everywhere. Okay, Dawn. Oh, can we talk about Dawn for a minute?
Yes,
Absolutely.
please.
Dawn gets out October 30th. And why does
Yes.
he not have to do any type of inpatient therapy? How did that go away?
I think the only
He's
way he
obviously
could
turned
have,
it down.
yeah, he could have gotten out this month if he would have went into rehab, and for whatever reason, he chose not to. That's the way I'm taking it.
I kind of feel like, I don't know, but I feel like, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I kind of feel like Utah really is working on their case. And I feel like the longer they can keep him in there until maybe they can get something, even if it's making a plea deal with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, tell us
Right.
what you know, and yeah.
I'm thinking
Even if
now,
it's just to scare him.
as long as he's been in there, though, guys, don't you think by now they would have scared him into talking if he actually knew something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
used to think Dawn knew. Dawn had to know something. But now I'm starting to second guess that. Like, did he know?
No, I was never convinced
Oh.
Dawn knew. I always thought from day one, if Dawn knew anything, he would have had Candace by the throat and throttled her until.
See,
Yeah.
I think he does know something.
It does seem weird to be married to somebody that lost your daughter. She just got gone, as they say. And then, you know, you live with this person. You're both drinking every night, getting drunk, and you don't have these conversations.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's just weird to me.
The whole thing.
I
is
didn't
weird.
used to. Yeah, I used to think like accident cover up type thing, but I'm honestly leaning more toward the selling. I hate to even say it.
I know, but it just, I mean, you really go there, especially after doing some research, you know, how this
Ugh.
really does happen, and it can be covered up forever.
Yeah. Yep.
And Candace has shown herself to be such a jealous person. She's so desperately needy of attention that I don't think that she could deal with the daughter.
I don't think so either, because
No.
the way they talk about Candace and the way Candace, you know, showed up on live streams, she was very jealous of Cher. She didn't want Dawn speaking to anybody. You know, she said, all but said, no, I didn't want a daughter. So,
And then this
Right.
week she made 2 short videos that were just bizarre. There was a dark one that was just breathing and forest noises, and then there was another one where she was walking in the forest, and because she just needs the attention. You know, she's been told to keep away, obviously. She's not talking to anybody online anymore, but it's like, don't forget me. Here's a couple of weird
Right.
videos just so that you mention my name again, because, you know, don't forget me. Strange.
Yeah, she's a weird one. She sure likes the attention for somebody who doesn't want to be in the spotlight and who's on the run, you know, to bring herself back up and have people talking again. But she's the queen of pranks, though, too. She just likes to fuck with people.
yeah, that's true. I don't think the Summer Wells sector will ever be the same again, because let's be honest, we're all here because of Summer. None of us would know each other if it wasn't for that precious little girl. I think, however, it is time for people, never forget Summer. Never forget her. But I would encourage these content creators to stop allowing, well, Dawn and Candace haven't. Of course, Dawn hasn't. He's in jail. I don't know where the hell Candace is. But when he gets out, if he tries to go back on panels, I would not, if I was a content creator, I would not allow the same behavior that he portrayed before. Yeah, you know, come on. Let's do better for Summer.
Not unless he wanted to get up there and make a confession.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not. I don't want to hear from him. Right.
Learn anything.
I don't want to hear his drunken craziness.
Right.
I was absolutely astonished that he hasn't spoken from prison, because I thought he would be phoning from prison onto
I thought so
panels
too.
immediately. And as the weeks and months have passed and we've heard nothing, I was genuinely astonished that he
Yeah.
managed to shut up.
Well, I think it
I
costs him
know.
money to make phone calls out, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He has to have money to, and like at 15 minutes at a time. But yeah, there's nothing. I don't know why people even wanted to have him on panel. I guess everybody kind of thought that he was going to make some drunken slip or drunken confession,
Yeah.
and they have not given us a single thing to
But
go
the
off of.
runaround, just the
Yeah, and at this point, they're using them as entertainment. It's
Yeah,
not even
because they
for
were a
awareness
train wreck. Yeah.
anymore to keep Summer's name out.
Right. And Cher, can we talk about Cher for a minute?
Oh my God, please do.
Yes.
Go on.
You
I can't stand her.
weirdo. You're so
Thank you.
You're like making, you're not logical. There's nothing about what she did that's logical to me. She writes a letter to Donald, as she calls him, to tell him about her visit to her dad, and then makes a community post about it. Why? Why is she writing Donald to tell him about her visit with her dad? As if she thinks.
Because they're BFFs.
I think so. I really think maybe she has a thing for him. This is getting too weird. Mark, get out. Run.
Does feel like that.
Right. I was completely done with Cher, pretty much. Not completely, but I was kind of done with Cher when she was saying how she helped Don seem more innocent, I guess.
Yep.
How to answer questions in his interviews and all that.
Yeah,
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. She
Are you
basically
kidding me?
admitted to leading him in these questions.
Yes.
So you don't want Summer Fount. You want this joke up on your panel for the views, but yet you claim to be, I'm doing this for Summer. If I cuss him out, he isn't going to tell me anything. That's true. I understand that. But you don't have to kiss his ass like that. You're you're writing letters that you met your dad. That there's no logic behind that. There's none.
And do you remember her and Betty both admitting that at one stage they were going to fake having a fight before they actually fell out?
Yes.
They were going to pretend that they'd fallen out in order to stir up the community. How can you trust somebody who has obviously done that?
I
comes
don't.
out with it later. I mean, as it turns out, they did actually fall out, but she was willing to play act.
Yeah, she said, I was wrong for trying to have Benny fake an argument with me because he's my brother. A couple things here. Why would you want to manufacture beef with somebody? And number two, the main one, why are you calling him your brother? He is not your brother. He's no relation to you. He's some dude you met on the internet. And really, you got a crush on him. You want to be with him. And yeah, it's just all so weird to me.
See how giddy she gets?
And Matt Gilbert is now her uncle.
Who?
Matt Gilbert, that other content creator, I don't know. But now she calls him her uncle and he calls her his niece.
Oh, God.
What is this weird thing on the internet with people calling
it's crazy.
their brother uncle? There's some young girl, or youngish girl, who goes into purples and she calls everybody mum and stepmom.
Yes!
Weird as hell.
What?
Yes,
I haven't heard that one.
Her name. She's only like 18, and she calls Heidi mom.
Oh, dear
And Frank calls Heidi mom. I'm like,
oh, let's not get started on Frank.
This is getting weird. None of us are related on here.
Right.
Not
that I know of.
Coming over for barbecues or birthday parties. It's fucking weird.
Darlings, I'm going to have to go quiet in a bit because I promised that at 1 a.m. I would shut up. But I'll happily keep typing and listening.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forget.
So please forgive me if I shut up in a minute.
Well, I'm going to go spend some time with my family.
Okay.
So we can wrap it up. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of
F shit on the internet this week. And when we're feeling better, I think we should break it down more. What do you ladies think?
Oh,
Break it.
yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because
Hopefully
there's,
next time I'm off.
there's
Yes.
too much that we need to break down, and we could not get it done all in one episode. There's no way.
The never-ending
No.
shit show will carry on rolling with or without us.
It will, and we will be here
That's right.
to break it down and give our commentary. Trust and believe that. Everybody.
Oh, we'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, until next time, ladies.
Stay
Stay
true.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.